Hey guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the notifications if you want to see more videos and walkthroughs from the EHG community. Thank you very much. So this is something that really bothers me to a major extent, which I don't understand. Um, for someone who wants to be in the gaming industry, it makes me not want to be in the industry no more because of things like this. And it's very, very weird for me to want to feel that way because I want to make my own game, have my own style, try to be able to provide something good for a consumer and for some people to enjoy. But when things like this happen, it becomes a point to where I just want to be like, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. So let me go to it. So the Return to Monkey Island director will no longer post about game due to online abuse. And quote from him, I won't be posting any more about the game. The joy of sharing has been driven from me. Close quote. Now, let me read this to you so you can understand. Return to Monkey Island director Ron Gilbert will no longer talk about the game online due to the amount of abuse he has received, particularly about its new art style. As reported by Video Games Chronicle, Gilbert said on his personal blog, the entirety of which has now been shut down, that the joy of sharing has been driven from me, and it isn't the first time the developer has been forced to defend a game following fan backlash. I'm shutting down comments. People are just being mean, and I'm having to delete personal attack comments. Gilbert said, it is an amazing game, and everyone on the team is very proud of it. Play it or don't play it, but don't ruin it for everyone else. I won't be posting any more about the game. The joy of sharing has been driven for me. And then it was literally shared on, the same thing from blogs and stuff like that by actual people who follow the blogs. And right there, that shows that he's not gonna want to put up with the comments anymore. Gilbert and developer Terrible Toy Box have received criticism over the game's art style, which fans have criticized for not matching for the original games that were released more than 30 years ago. Gilbert said previously that Return to Monkey Island may not be the art style you wanted or were expecting, but it's the art style I wanted. He said the point of the games was never to have pixel art, but instead of use state-of-the-art tech and art to push the franchise forward, claiming that even if he stuck around to make Monkey Island 3, it wouldn't have looked like the previous games. The game was first revealed in April and is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch at some point later this year, with other consoles currently unconfirmed. Though it's not specifically clear what that means, the game's website declared Return to Monkey Island will be the exciting conclusion to the Monkey Island series. And right there, it's like somewhat of a little bit of a preview of what the game looks like. And I have to say this is something that kind of gets on my nerve a little bit. I understand if fans don't like the artwork. If you don't like the artwork, you are entitled to not like the artwork. Okay? You have every right to not like the artwork. You have every right to criticize the artwork, whether you like it, whether you don't. But when it comes to things like giving personal attacks just because it doesn't look like the game from 30 years ago, that is what annoys the hell out of me and kind of pisses me off. I understand people don't like a certain style. They can have an opinion on it. That is your opinion you're entitled to have or over a product or for anything. But when it gets to a point where people who are actually doing this, making a living and trying to go ahead and share to those that are actually very excited, have to stop because a whole community, especially in the gaming community, want to fuck it up for them, then that is a big problem. Not everything has to go in the direction of what the consumer wants. There's sometimes dedication where, oh, I want to take some creative liberties, even with movies and sometimes with music. But the problem is with that is now that people want to go ahead and make criticism to a point where they actually are making personal attacks. It goes to a major extent that sometimes it's personal attacks It's online threats, and it's online like major complaints or hacking a freaking gaming company, and it's very very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing for someone to do something like that, a ridiculous person to do something like that, and it's very very sad that a developer who wants to enjoy a game and like enjoy game creation and wants to give a product out for a consumer cannot do so because people want to go ahead and be very very fucking immature. This is why when it comes to stuff like this, people start literally, like, fighting back. People start getting upset. People start doing things like, hey, you know what? Now I got a problem. Hey, you know what? Now I'm going to go ahead and literally stop the comments because you guys want to ruin it. That's not fun. None of that is fun. None of that is fun at all. None of that is fun at all in any type of way. Like, I don't understand why it goes to a point where people would have to stop doing what they want to do. Like, stop ruining a game for people simply because of the fact that you just don't like the style. Who cares? You don't like the style? Great, awesome. Don't ruin it for others just simply because you don't like the style. You have your opinion. Your opinion is not the fucking foundation of the game. So now the guy won't be posting any information on the game, which is the final installment, for fans that actually have been waiting for a fucking game like this. It's not fair to those who are actually loyal to the actual company, that pay their hard-earned money and actually want to go ahead and pay that money because they like the game or the title, and then some people have to ruin it for others. It goes straight down the shitter. And you know what? It really, really sucks as a person who wants to be a game creator, who wants to make a game. Now I gotta be cautious because I don't know if I actually want to do it now. It fucking sucks, man. People need to stop doing stuff like this. It goes to a point where it majorly needs to stop, and people need to be punished for this. That's why the comments were taken off and the personal blog was taken off. That's why things like, if you go ahead and check it out right now, that's why things like, for certain games or certain titles, people have been doing the wrong thing and it's just been killing a lot of fun for people. And it also has to come to a point where people in the industry have to go ahead and defend others. Look at when Brigitte came out for Overwatch. When Brigitte came out for Overwatch, she literally broke the meta. Everybody got pissed off at the voice actor, like she had something to do with the game development. And people had to come to defend her. It's ridiculous. When people who, like, of course, Cyberpunk being the shit show it is, people came in to throw game threats. No, not game threats, excuse me. Threats, like death threats to like those who are developing. They're doing their fucking job. Don't be doing that just because you didn't like how it came out, how this is doing so. That is no place or no reason for someone to go ahead and get death threats. That's embarrassing. We need to try better on this. And we need to be better as a gaming community. Because if that shit's going to happen, a lot of people are going to start going ahead and backlashing on the consumers. And guess what? When it happens, and you realize that it's happening for a reason, guess what? It's gonna hit back. The director of Pokemon was literally getting death threats or threats on or complaints on his birthday. And now to the point that Pokemon Sword and Shield was one of the most sold out Pokemon games in history. That's why. People really need to grow up a little bit, and people need to literally get their heads out of their asses. This is getting ridiculous.